This your boy, the Real McCoy, coming at you, man. Talking about boxing, man. For all my boxing heads out there, man. Just want to do a quick video, man. I gotta get back in the flow doing the boxing videos. It's been a minute, man. Get in touch with all the boxing heads out there. I love interacting with you guys. I think a little while ago I did I had tweeted out my top 5 current heavyweights in boxing in the world right now. So I want to do a video. I thought about it. I changed it up a little bit. My top 5 after sitting back and rewatching some of the fights and things like that. And so I know this video here, when it comes to boxing, by TBC, boy. I know there's gonna be a lot of dislikes, a lot of hate on the video. I don't know what I'm talking about and all that good stuff, but it's all part of it. It's all part of it, man. It's all good fun, you know what I mean? But this video here we talking about, this is my personal list of the top 5 heavyweights in the world in the sport of boxing. I mean you can ask 1,000 different people, you could get 1,000 different lists, different variations of the list. You know what I mean? This is just mine, in my opinion. So we'll jump right into it. First, we had a few honorable mentions, guys who have. There were about 8, 9 names, something like that. I thought about putting in the top 5. Obviously somebody's got to get left off. You know what I mean? But a few guys as honorable mentions who I thought about maybe putting in. Joseph Parker. I wanted. Joseph Parker was close to being in the top 5. My top 5. I was like, man, 20-0, 17 knockouts, big strong kid from New Zealand. You know what I mean? I was like, man, he seems to be on the come up, seems to be on the rise. But for me, the reason why he's an honorable mention, I guess, on the top 5 is resume. You're looking at his resume, it's just not quite there yet, in my opinion, compared to some other fighters who are out there. But he seems to be on his way up, man. He was close. He was. I was like, you know what I mean? I was tossing, turning on it, you know what I mean, by putting him in the top 5. But a lot of you guys may disagree. Just my opinion. He's right there on the cusp, on the brink of breaking into the top 5. So just if the resume was a little bit stronger, his competition, or just that one significant fight, maybe. But just in my opinion, just not quite there yet. Alexander Povetkin, I thought about him. If he got popped for the banned substance, and if he would have fought and beat Wilder, hey, no doubt. I think he's I think 30-1, 22 knockouts. His only loss is a unanimous decision loss to Klitschko when he reigned king of the heavyweight division. He's right there as well. I thought about David Haye. You know what I mean? He looked spectacular in his return back in January of this year. Since I think July 2012, July 2012 was his last fight. Came back, fought Mark DeMori, fought again in May. He's looked spectacular, looking like the 06, 07, 08, 09 David Haye. But just the level of competition at his age, the 4-year layoff, and his last 2 fights, and he did what he had to do. He got rid of those guys early. But the level of fighters that he fought in his last, just that right there, just not quite. But he was close. Parker, Povetkin, those guys were close. But getting into the top 5, my top 5 is number 5 for me was Vladimir Klitschko. Of course, he reigned king for what? I think he won. I think his last loss before the Fury loss was 06, something like that. But I think he actually became world champ, I believe, in 2008, 2000 something. I can't remember the exact dates on that, things like that. But he's been dominating the division, man. He's been dominating the division for a long time, and he took the loss to Tyson Fury. At his age, 1 loss. A lot of people got Tyson Fury. He's one of the best fighters in the world. And if he comes back and beat him in a rematch, or if he knocks him out, if he stops Fury in a rematch, hey, he could be right back in the number 1 spot. But he did lose, so I have to drop him down. But I still got him in the top 5. For me, 2, 3, and 4 were kind of almost interchangeable, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I thought they were a little bit. I kind of like 2, 3, and 4 were tough for me. You know, number 4 I had King Kong, Luis Ortiz. I thought about 2. I thought about 5 for him. 4, 3. But I got Luis Ortiz number 4, man. I like his skill, love his power. He stopped Bryant Jennings, one of the top American prospects, who went 12 rounds with Vladimir Klitschko. Klitschko couldn't stop him. He stopped. I think he had the flu or fever when he did it. Impressive. His skill and power, man. Like it. I like his skill and power, man. Kind of he's in his mid-30s now, so mid to late 30s. So he needs to be like, I think I've said this before. He needs to be fast track, but it's the combination of skill and power for him, and being a southpaw. And I don't think there's anybody out there who's rushing to get in the ring with him. You know what I mean? I thought about putting him at 3. I thought about 2 for Luis Ortiz. I mean, yeah. I mean, if somebody said he's number 2 in the world, I wouldn't argue with you. You know what I mean? But I love his skill and power. The Bryant Jennings win was very impressive. But I've got him at 4. I thought about 2. I've got him at 4 right now. Number 3, I've got AJ, Anthony Joshua. He seems to be improving, getting better. You know, head movement is getting better. He's not coming in a straight line, things like that. It seems to be improving just a little bit, you know. Decent amount of skill, pretty good amount of power, things like that. Undefeated. You look at his last 4 fights. They're all wins by knockout, and each guy was undefeated. Gary Cornish, Dillian White, Charles Martin, he destroyed him, and Dominique Brazil. I mean, undefeated prospects trying to come up just like he was at the time, and he's wiping these guys out, especially Martin and especially Charles Martin, just wiping these guys out, man. And I think that may have been the reason why I put him over Ortiz. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not going to just vehemently argue against you. No, he's got to be. You could put Ortiz number 2, number 3, something like that, you know. But I think just for his last 4 fights, undefeated prospects, and he stopped them all, wiping these guys out. Dillian White gave him a little trouble, I think, in the 2nd round. He caught Fury with that, not Fury, he caught AJ with that left hook. But he's wiping these guys out. It's good skill, good power. Like his size and strength, you know what I mean? Endurance seems to be improving, things like that. So I've got him at 3. Now number 2, and this is one I'm probably getting a lot of hate on. This is I got Deontay Wilder. I know a lot of you guys don't have no respect for Deontay Wilder. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. That's a little extreme, you know what I mean? But he was one I thought about putting at 5. I also thought about taking him completely out of the top 5. Just being honest. I thought about Povetkin. I thought about Parker, Joseph Parker. I thought about David Hayes, replaced one of those guys replacing Wilder. But with Wilder's reach, with Wilder's power, with Deontay Wilder's power and his reach, he can end. I said this before. He can end the fight at any moment against anybody. You know what I mean? That's what makes him dangerous. I'm more of a skill guy. I like the skill guy over the power. I think a lot of, especially if you watch a lot of HBO, they love this power. You know, if you don't have a lot of power, you suck. You know what I mean? But I like the skill fight. I love the skill of boxing, the chess of it. You know, but his power is special, man. He can fight any of these guys in the top 5. Fight any of these guys in the world. He lands a one good right hand. The fight's over. It's over. And you know that type of special, you know, Mike Tyson type of, you know what I mean, type of power, man. Joe Louis, you know, Braun Strowman type of power. That's special, man. Everybody talks about Triple G and even Parker, Anthony Joshua's power, Luis Ortiz, Dr. Steelhammer, Klitschko, Sergey Kovalev, but Deontay Wilder, to me, in my opinion, he's the hardest puncher in boxing, and he's knocking out heavyweights. Now, like I said, I'm a skill guy. From a skill level, I think Ortiz, Klitschko, and Anthony Joshua, I think all of those guys are more skilled than Deontay Wilder. That's why I thought about putting him at 5 or completely out of the top 10. But his power, man, and his reach, his power and his jab is getting better. You know what I mean? They got a long ways to go, but his power and his reach, man, makes him dangerous. You know what I mean? I usually don't fall in love with power. I'm more of a skill guy, but his power, man, it's impressive. Absolutely impressive, man. From a skill side, when he fought Johann Duhaupas, you know what I mean? Duhaupas had his moments. He had Wilder. I think his right eye was kind of swelling. Against Artur Spicker, a lot of people in the YTBC felt like Spicker was winning the fight on the cards before he took a shot, and they put his body on the gurney, on the stretcher. They took him out of the ring. He can end it at any moment, man. Deontay, that's why I got him at 2. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of guys will disagree with that one. But number 1, I mean, to me, it's obvious, Tyson Fury. You beat the king. You know what I mean? You dethroned the king. And I thought he beat Klitschko fairly easily, in my opinion. He beat him pretty easily. Outboxed him. With Tyson Fury's height, reach, his size, athleticism, the skill, the versatility, he's going to be. I made a video about it after he beat Klitschko a while ago. I mean, last year now. He's going to be tough to beat. You know what I mean? Not saying he's going to be dominant, wipe everybody out, but he's going to. Not only does he have basically a longer reach than everybody, he's going to outweigh everybody. He's also the best athlete. He's light on his feet. You know, he can fight you southpaw. He can fight you orthodox. He can fight from the outside in boxing move. He can fight you on the inside. You know what I mean? Some question his chin because he got knocked down by, was it Steve Cunningham, who was basically a cruiserweight. You know what I mean? Came up with a heavyweight and knocked him down. But I mean, he's tough, man. And then he said he beat Klitschko. He did it fairly easy. Fairly easy. Now, if he goes out and loses a Klitschko, or if he gets stopped by Klitschko, that shakes up everything. That changes everything, the whole landscape. You know what I mean? But I've got Fury number 1, and to me, I think that's just. I don't think there's even a debate. You know what I mean? About number 1, because the way he beat him, and just his versatility. He has over all the other guys I just mentioned. He has a height, weight, reach advantage. I think he's a better athlete than Deontay Wilder. I think he's a better athlete than Joseph Parker. He showed to be a better athlete than Klitschko, a better athlete than Anthony Joshua, who tends to fight a little flat-footed sometimes, things like that. But I do think, as far as Anthony Joshua, I think the best is yet. I don't think we've seen the best of AJ yet. He one day he could be number 1, and he could be number 1 for a long time. Anthony Joshua, you know, because of his age. Compared to Luis Ortiz, who could be number 1 real soon, because of his age, he could lose to somebody like Anthony Joshua or Joseph Parker, you know. But with Fury, it's being 6'9", 260. I don't think he weighed I think he weighed in less than Klitschko in his last fight. I think he slimmed down a little bit, but height, weight, reach, versatility, all those things, man. I mean, Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Luis Ortiz, he's southpaw. These guys can't switch stances in the middle of the fight. You know, fight on the outside, fight on the inside, box and move around the ring, and be 6'9", weighing about 250, 260. I mean, that's tough. That's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? But that's my top 5. I got Klitschko 5, Dr. Steelhammer, Luis Ortiz 4. Thought about putting him 2. Anthony Joshua got it 3. I think the best is yet to come. But his last 4 fights, undefeated fighters, and he's annihilating these guys. Deontay Wilder's, his power is special. He could be out of the top 5. I think he still should be top 5. Skill level isn't as good as the rest of these guys, but his power, man, it's impressive. You know, and Fury number 1. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of guys are going to disagree with that, especially Deontay Wilder. But let me know what you guys think. Put your top 5 list down in the comment section, things like that. And you know what I mean? On McCoy TV, I'm back at it talking boxing with all my boxing heads. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, man. The link to my to my Twitter and my blog will be in my description box if you guys want to get at me. You know what I mean? I love interacting with other sports fans, other boxing heads. But let me know what you guys think, man. Give me your top 5 list, and you know how off am I, how you disagree, agree, things like that. And anyway, boxing heads, let me know, man. This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out, man. Peace.